Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Meteorologist Hunter Force here. Welcome to the Weather Desk, the show that happens every day, Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock with today's top weather headlines. Craig is off today, so I will be taking his place. He'll be off again tomorrow, and Taylor will be here to guide you guys through about what's going on tomorrow. But for today, I'll be here to give you an update about our weather for this afternoon and into the next couple of days. But we do have a few topics that we're going to talk about this morning. We have an update on the avalanche that happened in California, a very sad situation there. Also, some flooding rain in Southern California as well. There is the potential for some severe weather in the Midwest this afternoon. And also here in Hampton Roads, it is going to be a gloomy, rainy day, a bit foggy this morning as well. And I'll let you know how long that'll last, if we'll see warmer temperatures over the next couple of days, and what we can expect heading into this upcoming weekend as well. But first, a tragic update out of California. 9 skiers have died after an avalanche near Lake Tahoe on Tuesday. Rescue crews have recovered 8 bodies. But as of this morning, at least 1 person is still missing. Madison Keevy reports.
We're getting a first look at the terrain on Castle Peak, only days before the deadliest avalanche in California's history. The conditions just before the storm, clear skies and very little wind. A very different scene just 2 days later. We now know multiple members of the Sugar Bowl Academy community were among the skiers caught in an avalanche the size of a football field. The private independent school enrolls students from 6th through 12th grade. It sits on Donner Summit at Sugar Bowl Resort. Students can train and learn on the mountain. The executive director told us Wednesday night, quote, "This tragedy has affected each and every one of us. The depth of support for the families whose lives have been changed forever reminds us of how special this community is." A closer look at the terrain covered during the group's 3-day trip. Castle Peak near the Frog Lake backcountry huts, where the skiers and their guides spent Sunday night. Every route to get here comes with some degree of avalanche hazard.
The huts are hard to access. They are about 3 miles from Interstate 80 on Donner Summit. You have to negotiate avalanche terrain to get in and out of them if you're coming from Interstate 80.
An experienced backcountry skier says he left the huts on Sunday, just hours before the guided backcountry ski group arrived.
And that was what we were talking about at the hut while we were there. It's kind of like, well, you either get out Sunday or Monday or plan to be there till Thursday.
Officials say Blackbird mountain guides chose to head down Tuesday despite weather warnings, and they've been discussing that decision.
My first thought was why? You're in a safe place. This storm is raging. These guides are experts. They know the terrain, they know the conditions, they know the risks. I can't even begin to speculate why they made the decisions they did, but all I know is that the huts are a safe place to ride out a storm. We've done it in the past.
Just a very sad situation over in California, and they are still dealing with snow and rain. As we take a look at central and northern California, still seeing some snow showers up into the mountains, some rainfall as well around Sacramento, Chico, and Redding, and still some snow there around just to the east of Eureka and Ukiah as well. But seeing some heavy rain around Chico, down around Sacramento, but we could still pick up another foot or two in some parts of the mountains of California. So they're going to be seeing tons of snow over the next day or so. But California has just been dealing with the impacts of not one, but 2 storm systems. You could take a look. It dumped several inches of snow in the northern part of the state, causing issues for drivers on Interstate 80 and Route 50. Parts of both roadways even had to shut down for a little bit.
We moved up a couple feet, 20 feet, and then we stopped again, and then that's it. We were told us that we have to exit right here and then turn around or I have to wait it out because I still got to go that way.
Thought we were gonna make it, and obviously we've been on the road for what, 6 hours now? Seven. We were in one place for 4. Yeah, 4 hours pretty much. I'm the bride and I'm just trying to have fun. I mean, I have literally my best friends with me, so thank God we're in it together. We've got good snacks, water, and just good vibes is what's getting us through this.
Maybe take a nap and see what happens when I wake up.
Both I-80 and Highway 50 are now back open to drivers. I-80 had been closed for more than 24 hours. Now, it's also Southern California that's seeing a lot of rainfall. And they have the potential to see a little bit of flooding as we go through the day today. But you'll notice Fresno, down around Monterey, and even into San Luis Obispo, seeing some heavy rain pushing into the region. And this has been going on over the last couple of days. And they do have that flood potential as we go throughout the day today, from San Diego up through Los Angeles and off towards the coast as well. So that potential lasts through the day today, and they even have the potential to see a little bit of some severe weather from Monterey down to San Luis Obispo, and then even just to the north of Santa Barbara as well. And while Northern California has been seeing the snow, the central and southern parts of the state got mostly rain, and that downpour turned deadly after a man tried to drive through a flooded road and got swept away. Felix Cortez reports from San Bernardino County.
A search and recovery mission Wednesday morning off Panoche Road in San Benito County after the driver of this car tried to cross a flooded Tres Pinos Creek.
Last night, I know the river level rose, and sometimes it's unpredictable, and you leave for running errands and you can make it, and you come back and the river rises and you don't realize it, and you get swept away.
First responders say they were called to the area Tuesday night on reports of a car in the water, but following a thorough search found no one until Wednesday morning, when the driver was seen walking down Highway 25 disoriented and showing signs of hypothermia.
After talking to the individual, he said that he was one of the people that was in that vehicle from last night. And he was asking about where his friend may be, which prompted a larger scale response to help look for the unaccounted for individual.
Search and rescue teams eventually found his passenger more than a mile downstream from where the car got stranded. The deceased, identified as 28-year-old William's son by family members. The sheriff's office now investigating if drugs, alcohol, or foul play are involved.
If it was just an accident, then it was just an accident. It was a terrible tragedy. If there's any sort of criminal negligence, then we certainly want to make sure that we are prepared in that event.
Firefighters say the death could easily have been prevented had the driver obeyed the sign to turn around, don't drown, a warning to other drivers who might be thinking of crossing flooded roadways.
Understand that, most places they do have access and egress from multiple points. It just might not be convenient. In this situation, the alternate route was, an additional 40 minutes out of the way, but it could have, prevented this tragedy.
And as we take a look at the futurecast here in California, we have a low pressure system that's pushing onto the coast and bringing more snow to the mountains of northern and central California. Some rain in northern and central and southern California as well. And this has been going on for the last couple of days, and this will go on through the day today. We'll see that low pressure system moving over into Nevada, still bringing some heavy snow to good portions of the state of Nevada and California. Still seeing heavy rain this evening into Southern California. That'll continue into early Friday morning, and then it starts to clear out and the weather improves significantly for the entire state of California and into Nevada as well. But here's a look at the snow depths in the mountains of California. 2, 3, 4 plus feet of snow right now, even up to 5, 6, even close to 7 feet of snow in these gray areas. So they've just been seeing tons of snow in just a short period of time, but they haven't been dealing with a whole lot this winter. So it is good that they are starting to see more in the way of snowfall, because the West has just been so warm over the last couple of months that California really needs the mountains to pick up on a lot of snowfall to help with their water deficits and such, especially as we get closer to the summer. So it is good that we are seeing this storm move in, but of course you don't want to see the deadly parts to it, the dangerous parts, but they do need the extra water and snow up into the mountains. But here's a look at what we could see in terms of snowfall over the next couple of days. Could pick up an additional foot, even close to 2 feet in parts of the mountains, but mostly around 6 to 12 inches of snow in these areas here in blue, and a little bit less over around Reno. Could pick up around 3 to 6 inches of snow for them. But as we take a look over here, we do have the blizzard conditions in Montana as well. It's not just the West Coast dealing with winter weather. A powerful winter storm hit Minnesota, bringing blizzard conditions to Duluth. According to the National Weather Service, Duluth had wind gusts higher than 50 miles per hour for 15 hours straight, which is a new record. Those gusts knocked out power to thousands of customers. It also took residents hours to dig out their cars and driveways. And another storm system bumped massive amounts of snow across Utah, and skiers and snowboarders weren't wasting any time hitting the slopes. Check it out. Brighton Resort in Big Cotton Canyon had to close late afternoon after 17 inches of snow fell in that area. In Little Cottonwood Canyon, Snowbird Resort got 18 inches of snow. One woman says she planned her ski trip on the right weekend.
My siblings and I were all trying to plan our trip out here, and we were like, well, they haven't gotten snow yet, so let's just push it, and then left out.
The Utah Highway Patrol is also warning drivers to be careful due to the hazardous road conditions. And meanwhile, other parts of the country are starting to finally thaw out after weeks of freezing temperatures. But that warm up is also causing issues for people who live in Northeast Ohio. Natalie reports from Eastlake.
That's a lot of ice on the river.
It's that time of year again. Chunks of ice are piling up.
They're unbelievable. I've never seen them that large.
And forming ice jams that are clogging rivers across Northeast Ohio.
Probably 10 years since it's backed up this bad.
Mouth of the river is still frozen over, so the ice has nowhere to go. Broken ice from upstream is jamming up here.
Eastlake Fire Chief Frank Kovacic says this is a result of the sudden warm-up after weeks of bitter cold.
A lot of ice.
The backup caused minor flooding near King Drive and West Island Drive Tuesday night.
The flooding that occurred last night happened in a matter of minutes, so stay away from the ice and water.
And it's not just the Chagrin River. A flood advisory was issued for parts of Lake County on Wednesday, as the Grand River also jammed up, causing flooding along North St. Clair Street.
It's moving fairly fast, but then, like I say, it jams up right around the turning basin.
Fairport Harbor Fire Chief Bob Lloyd says residents should be ready in case conditions worsen.
We say every year have basically a go bag ready to go with your medicines, important papers, a place to go.
Looks like the water's going down some, though. Hopefully it's freeing up.
Also in the Midwest, we do have the potential to see some severe weather as we go throughout the day today around Ohio, Indiana, into Illinois as well. Right now, not seeing a whole lot here as we enter the first half of the morning. A few showers in northern Indiana and southern Michigan. Same around Kentucky and into West Virginia, but not seeing any severe weather out here during this moment. But we do have the stationary front sitting over the area. And as we take a look here at the potential for that severe weather, they have actually been upgraded to a level 3 threat for severe storms as we go through the day today, just to the west of Cincinnati, so including southern Indiana and parts of Illinois as well. So a level 3 out of a level 5 threat. I believe earlier this morning it was just a level 2. So they've recently just upgraded parts of the area to a level 3, so a higher risk of seeing some strong to severe storms throughout the day today. Champaign, Cincinnati under a level 2 risk for some severe weather. That's the yellow area here. St. Louis on the cusp of the 1 to 2 level risk, but right around Chicago, you guys under a level 1 risk. Fort Wayne, right around Cleveland, Ohio, you guys under a level 1 risk for some severe weather as we go throughout the day today. There's also also that tornado potential. Yeah, they certainly did update this because earlier this area was just under a level 2 threat, but they've upgraded again here to a level 3 threat, or about a 10% chance of seeing a tornado within a 25-mile radius of any given point here on this red mark here. So Champaign, Cincinnati, St. Louis, the potential to see some tornadoes as we go throughout the day today. Not expecting to see, an outbreak, but there is that risk as we go through this afternoon. Fort Wayne, Indiana, under that threat as well. But you'll notice it doesn't expand as far as the severe weather potential, where you could see, some of those gustier winds or hail. But Champaign, Cincinnati, the potential to see some strong winds as we go throughout the day today. And the hail potential includes Cleveland, Chicago, Cincinnati, and St. Louis. So a good chunk of this area has to watch out for that severe weather potential as we go throughout the day today. Here's a look at the futurecast. It really starts to take off as we head into this evening around 5-6 o'clock. You could see these, kind of supercell-like shapes moving into Indiana, into parts of Ohio as we get into our Thursday evening. And that continues heading into around 7, 8, 9 o'clock. And then finally, as we head into late Thursday, early Friday, we start to see the system moving on out of here, and that severe weather threat kind of starts to drop. But of course, this is something they're going to have to watch out for as we go throughout this evening and into tomorrow as well. We're going to take a quick break, but coming up in 2 minutes, more on the progress firefighters are making putting out wildfires in the West, plus a soggy start to your Thursday in Hampton Roads, how long the wet weather will stick around. Welcome back. Right now, firefighters in Oklahoma and Texas are battling several wildfires. Oklahoma has declared a state of emergency as crews struggle to get flames in the Panhandle under control. The Ranger Road fire has burned at least 145,000 acres since igniting in Beaver County on Tuesday. And in the Texas Panhandle, mandatory evacuation orders have been issued for the Lavender fire in Oldham County. According to the Texas A&M Forest Service, the fire has burned more than 12,000 acres and is 15% contained. Evacuation orders have also been issued for the 8-Ball fire in Armstrong County. That blaze has scorched at least 9,000 acres and is 35% contained. And now to Hawaii, where a beautiful sight was recorded on a video of Mount Kilauea. Check it out. A rainbow appeared over the volcano on Monday, just hours after its last eruption came to an end. The volcano, which is one of the most active in the world, has been erupting periodically since December 2024. The U.S. Geological Survey says the most recent eruption on Sunday marked the 42nd episode in the cycle. The USGS predicts episode 43 is likely 2 to 3 weeks away. And it's been a soggy start to your Thursday in Hampton Roads, and this wet weather is going to stick around for a few more days. I'm going to give you guys an update on what we can expect as we go through the day today and into this upcoming weekend. You'll notice behind me here that there is a stationary front / cold front that's trying to work its way into the area, bringing us some scattered showers. We were seeing that earlier this morning. It's cloudy, it's foggy, but we are going to see cooler air filtering in from this cold front that's moving on through the region. So as we zoom on in here, you'll notice cloudier skies, but mostly dry for a lot of us right now. It was a much rainier earlier this morning, but taking a look, a few light sprinkles around the eastern shore, same around Richmond and Williamsburg, a few light sprinkles over there. But here's a look at some of the visibility. A little bit better in Norfolk. We were down to under a mile earlier this morning, but it has gotten worse in Virginia Beach. You guys were at 2 miles the last time I checked. Now you're only about 1/4 of a mile. Looking much better in Melfa. Hampton, it is improving a bit for you guys as well. Visibility down to around 2 to 3 miles. It was under a mile earlier this morning. Down to 3 miles in Wakefield, 2.5 miles in Richmond, 1.5 miles in Petersburg. So we are moving in the right direction for most spots, but you are still going to want to take it slow out there on the roadways if you are stepping out the door. But we're just seeing mostly cloudy skies here on our Thompson Creek Window Company Sky View. It's 48 degrees at Norfolk International. Winds out of the east-northeast at about 9 miles per hour. And temperatures this morning were very comfortable. It was great. I was able to walk outside this morning around, I think it was like 2:55, 3 o'clock this morning. And luckily it wasn't raining yet, so I didn't have to sprint to my car, and I was able to kind of just enjoy the warm temperatures we had this morning, because we were already in the upper 50s, but we've already dropped about 10 degrees since then. It's 48 degrees in Norfolk. That front starting to drop in, so it's bringing in that cooler air, that north wind. It's 52 in Newport News, 41 in Malfa, upper 30s now in Wallops Island. It's 48 in Tappahannock, 57 in Franklin, 59 in Hosky, 51 degrees in Manio, and 57 in Roanoke Rapids, 52 in Virginia Beach. It's 59 in Moyock, 59 in Edenton, 56 in Williamsburg, 48 degrees in Duck and Wachapreak. You guys are in the upper 30s. But compared to this time yesterday, we're about 5 degrees cooler in Norfolk, 12 degrees cooler in Malfa, 1 degree warmer in Elizabeth City, 3 degrees warmer in Chesapeake, and 2 degrees cooler in Virginia Beach. But for today, the warmest temperatures happened earlier this morning. We were in the upper 50s. We were seeing some scattered showers. But as we go throughout the next couple of hours, we'll continue to see those temperatures starting to drop. But here's a look at our 10-day temperature trend. Heading into tomorrow, we're going to get back into the lower 70s. So close to where we were just yesterday. We were in the upper 60s. We haven't seen low 70s in a while, so it'll be really, really nice to see. But it doesn't stick around forever, because getting into next week, you'll notice we drop back into the lower 40s. And then we do have a little bit of a rebound by the end of next week and into next weekend, with temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. So at least we're not going to be having the super cold air sticking around day after day after day. At least it's starting to shorten a little bit before we see warmer temperatures returning. But here's a look at our 7-day temperature trend. A few scattered showers possible tomorrow, especially around lunchtime. Saturday in the morning is our best chance to see an isolated shower or two. But by Sunday, we are going to see those rain chances going up, especially heading into the afternoon and evening. We'll be in the mid-50s on Saturday. It'll be a pretty nice day for the end of February. Much cooler on Sunday in the mid-40s, 46 degrees. And we'll see rain developing through the late morning and into the afternoon. But here's a look at our weekend getaways. 56 degrees in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, 39 on Sunday with the potential for a little bit of some wintry weather. 42 on Sunday there in Richmond, 57 on Saturday. And we stay in the upper 50s on Saturday in Charlottesville. Overnight tonight here, it'll be very mild, mid to upper 40s to right around 50 in Norfolk, 43 in Matthews, 43 degrees in Cape Charles. It'll be 50 in Hertford, 51 in Edenton, 47 in Manteo. And again for tomorrow, look at this, upper 60s to low 70s. Could see a few areas of patchy fog in the morning. 61 in Gloucester, 64 degrees in Hampton, 71 in Edenton, 68 in Elizabeth City, 64 in Manteo. And again, as we take a look here at our futurecast heading into this upcoming weekend, some showers heading into our Sunday afternoon and evening. And then there is that potential to see a little bit of some wintry weather heading into Sunday evening and Monday morning for our northern areas, according to the Euro. But the GFS model wants to bring in a little bit more in the way of some wintry weather. So we'll start off Sunday rainy, but then heading into Sunday evening and Sunday night, early Monday morning, brings in more widespread snow for the area. But I think it'll be more rain instead of snow. I think it'll be more in terms of the European model, where we could see a little bit of a wintry mix. I really don't think we'll be seeing some widespread snow and heavy snow, according to the GFS, Sunday into Monday. But of course, it's something to watch over the next couple of days. And of course, we'll keep you updated here. But for today, it'll be a little bit rainy, gloomy, but warmer tomorrow. We'll be in the lower 70s, 71 degrees for a high. A few showers possible in the morning, 55 degrees on Saturday. And then we see those rain chances increasing heading into the day on Sunday. And cooler temperatures sticking around as we get into Monday and Tuesday, and then back into the lower 50s as we get into the day on Wednesday. I appreciate you joining me today. You could always find me on social media, Facebook meteorologist Hunter Forst, Instagram at Hunter Forst, HUNNERFORST. And of course, you can always get the latest news, traffic, and weather on our 13 News Now Plus app. You could download it for free today. I appreciate you joining me today, and we'll be back here again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your morning.